straight into superb start by number 123, Dave Penfold, and number 125. So away they go again then. Heading down to the first turn. And again it's Dave Penfold that gets there first from Ernie Penfold in second place. Dave Penfold and Justin Spalding. Sorry, Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding now on lap in the outfit now. So Dave Penfold's got an incredible lead there at the moment from Ernie Penfold. Brown on the tail. Then Brian Hilton and Chris Berwick there bringing up the rear. So well and truly in the lead and well gone at the moment. Ernie seems to be making distance in Jan. Ernie Penfold gets the power on Ernie. All the way past Ernie. 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer. Then 1, 2, 5, Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding. Then Luke Patchell and Julian Brown in. Tony Penfold there, number 25, and David Bailey, but I couldn't see a number on the Nevill Penfold. And Bernie down there, and Brian Hilton, and Chris Berwick. So coming up to take the last lap flag, just one lap for victory, but look how close Ernie's getting. He's catching up with young Dave, and he's just waiting for a mistake to come through. It's Dave Penfold then leading still with Steve Farmer in the chair, but Ernie Penfold's making up a lot of ground on that last straight. He's going to do a dive around this turn, and he's taking up the inside line. It's Ernie Penfold now all the way from Dave Penfold in second place. That's Ernie Penfold just in front. Ernie's just well wide and Dave comes up on the inside. It's neck and neck towards the line, and who's it going to be? Well, that was a bit close for me. I shall leave it to the lap scorers. I do have my own idea, but what a finish to the first race of the afternoon. If that's the first one, what will the last one be like? Incredible stuff on those left-hand sidecar crews. 125, 188, 226 and 151. 1 minute 46.22. Race 2 then coming to the line. We've got number 100, Mick Gillen, 41, John O'Donnell. 23, young Billy Penfold. 126, Martin Cuff. 173, John Fish. And 251, John Arnott. Number 100 then Mick Gillen and Bob Heath. 41, John O'Donnell and Andrew Butler. 23, Billy Penfold and Carly Bell. 126, Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards. 173, John Fish and Gary Moore. And 251, John Arnold and Russell Steele. That's the lineup for race 2. Well, those riders up there now under starters orders, and away they go. Another 4,000 riders by the looks of things today. Steam off that start line. It's 1-7-4. John Fish and Gary Moore that go into the lead. But it's all tight stuff happening around that first turn, and all sorts of things can happen in a race like this. And the tight comes Nevill Penfold and take another entry. Very fast indeed round there. It is in fact number 126. Neil Cuff and Richard Edwards from John Fish and Gary Moore, then Mark Gillen, Mick Gillen, sorry, and Bob Heath. So those were the leaders as they came round that time. Number 126. Richard Edwards pulling away from the rest of the field. Must be that brake hose he brought on me yesterday. It looks lovely. There he goes round on his way towards victory. It's 126, Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards. Nice Mick Gillen is up in the second place there. We've got Heath in the chair. Martin Cuff drives a bit wide, but he's not putting the motor on, so he takes the half lap flag. He's just one lap from victory with Mick Gillen, and Bob Heath moves up to second place. Then John John Fish and Gary Moore, then John Arnott and Russell Steele. Billy Penfold and Carly Bell bringing up the rear. So coming up now to take the checkered flag, his first win of the afternoon, and very, very tight finish again. Very tight finish again. I will leave it to the lap scorers, I don't want to influence their decision at all. But another very, very tight finish on this superb Frittenden Raceway. Starters orders in for race 3, and it's number 24 George Penfold, sorry 24 Tommy Penfold with Liam Chivers in the chair, no Brian Holland in this one, number 27 Brian Holland and away they go, very fast start, get again, and it's number 24 Tommy Penfold from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers lead in the pack. Bill Penfold, Nigel Shaw holding a good second place, and it's Philip and Richard Davis behind them. Holding horse on the moment. Very, very fast. I can see that Bill is making a little bit of ground up on Tommy. So yet again, with the time we're going to have a battle to the finish. Philip and Richard Davis there in third. Ray Tunnett, Tony Doyle in fourth. But Tommy Penfold now seems to have opened up a little bit of a gap. Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. Going for goal. Bill Penfold, Nigel Shaw making up a few yards into that third. As we saw with Ernie, coming too fast, too wide. Takes a lot of doing to catch up on a track like this. And it's number 24. Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. Well clear of the field at the moment. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw there, squeezing up on a tighter line, making up a few yards. Coming up onto the back wheel already and coming up along the side. Overtakes Tommy Penfold. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw there, holding a nice tight line around there. Tommy line all the way around the outside. Around they come, the last lap flag goes. It's Billy Penfold and Nigel Shaw from Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. Philip and Richard Davis. Ray Tunnett and Tony Doyle. Bill Penfold certainly pulling away now from Tommy Penfold, stamping his authority on race 3. Well clear in fact as he comes into the last turn, for the last time, gets the motor on early. Nice midfield line out of that bend. Takes the checkered flag with ease. A win there for number 2. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Followed home by 24. Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. And 217 Philip and Richard Davis. And number 30, Ray Tunnett and Tony Doyle. Rigs are available from Justin Cuff, who I believe is in Neil Cuff's motor in the pit. So, in the interval, at the end of the race, when things calm down a little bit, and not everybody's trying to get out for a race, get out there and get your rig. Justin Cuff, that's Neil Cuff's van. Off go the 250s for the first time this afternoon, and it's 229, Ritchie Knight that hits the front first. 229, used to live at Frittenden, moved over to Headcorn. Still with only sort of 3 miles from this circuit. He had a lay-in this morning and it paid off. Look at him go round that circuit now. He's getting that machine wound up. That's very smooth. Told me earlier he's not getting the starts like he used to, but he certainly made that one. And he's on his way to victory already. 229, Ritchie Knight on that super fast Suzuki. Leading the field. That second place from him. As they went past the box, he looked like he had done it, but Syrett passed her into that turn, regains his second place. So a big battle going on there, but Ritchie Knight knows nothing about that. He's gone with the wind, and he's out in front. Takes the start that flag. Look at the battle there, second place. It's still number 15, Stephan Syrett from Kevin Lanchester, number 143, and poking his nose right in there is number 444, Stuart Laird. Stuart Laird from the other end of the country. Travelled a lot of miles to be with us here this afternoon. He's going to stick around with some of the warriors. He powers on the outside of Kevin Lanchester. Out the turn, over the line, that's the win for 229. Syrett. But who got third out of those other two? Your guess is as good as mine. Another fantastic race to the finish in race 4. In 4th place, 444, Stuart Laird. In 5th place, number 158, Nevill Penfold. In 6th place, number 364, Jason Hickman. In 7th place, number 33, Richard Smith. In 8th place, 48, Brian Cornelius. In 9th place, 174, Robin Pilcher. And in 10th place, number 20, Alan Dan. The winner's time, 1 minute 39.76. Sounds like they're away already. I'll try and get that result again later, but 250's underway again. And a massive talent hits the first turn altogether down there. And who's going to come out of that lot in front? Your guess is absolutely as good as mine. It looks like it's number 44, Dean Camier, that's going for gold at the moment. Another southeast centre line on the action of the hard area. Multi-time British Camier. So it's young Dean Camier from Mark Wadsworth, from Stephen Hines, then John Dormer. Who would have thought John Dormer would have been back in 4th place at the moment, and Darren Bishop. And they're really going for it here this afternoon. Those young men in front of the caravan. It's not allowed to stand there. Sorry. Going good. Round they come now. Very fast indeed. It's still Dean Camier holding off the challenge of Mark Wadsworth. What a day it's been for Dean Camier. He's really going well. So Mark Wadsworth holding 2nd place at the moment. It seems not to be able to make any ground up on Dean Camier at all. Dean Camier going extremely well. As I said, from the Ashford come Romney Marsh area. And he's going for gold. He's beating Mark Wadsworth. The last lap flag has gone and Mark Wadsworth seems to be able to have no answer to this Honda Britain sponsored machine. Then it's 76, John Dormer in 3rd place. Then Stephen Hines in 4th. But Dean Camier, a mere teenager, the young pup, leads the old Martin, the 250 class to the last turn. Mark Wadsworth pulling up a few yards now. He's really on the tail, but can he get there in time for the flag? No, it's a win for Dean Camier over Mark Wadsworth. From John Dormer in 3rd, then Stephen Hines, then Darren Bishop and Jason Stott, John Pilcher and Keith Richards. 44, 344, 76, 23, 89, and they're away again before me. Race 6 is underway. 250s again. Ian Rutter and Mike Nicholson to get to the first corner first. Tony Rutter taking the advantage out of that turn. Mike Nicholson there in 2nd place, and it's Stephen King in 3rd. Well, Tony Rutter certainly walking away with this one. So it's Ian Rutter from Mike Nicholson. From number 134, which one's Mike and one's Mark. Now they have confused me. From Mr. Nicholson. From 66, Steve King. Then Mr. Carman, Nick White, Mark Giles. Excuse me, you good-looking lads in front of the caravan. You're in a prohibited area. We can't quite see where they're coming from. Round they come. Thank you very much. There we go. So it's Ian Rutter. From Mike Nicholson, from Mark Nicholson. From Steve King and Alan Carman and Nick White, Mark Giles. Working hard out of that turn, coming up to look for that checkered flag. His first win of the afternoon. It's number 9, Ian Rutter. Let's compare his time to that of the previous race winners. Then it's number 34, Mark Nicholson. 134, Mark Nicholson. Steve King. And Alan Carman. Well, another good race there, and a start to finish win for number 9, Ian Rutter. 0.91. When we go to race 7, the first outing of the right-hand sidecars, and a good line-up here. 32, Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. 25, Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis. 99, Pete Colvin and Gary Pease. 38, Richard Brown and Steve Bassett. 151, Mick Cameron and Paul Randall. And number 3, Paul Penfold and Steve Robin. You remember I shot a chain there in their last minute practice. They've said they've ironed the bugs out and can do well in race 7. The driver passenger, but there you go. They hit the first turn first. Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis try their hardest to go round the outside, but Pete Watkins closes the door on him. Sorry, Pete Colvin closes the door on Pete Watkins. Mick Cameron's got up there now into second place. Mick Cameron and Paul Randall. Round they come then, round that turn. It's Pete Colvin and Gary Pease and he's gone very wide indeed. Mick Cameron must surely gain a few yards there. So it's 151 Mick Cameron and Paul Randall there in second place. Then it's Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane doing the business. They come very, very quickly indeed. It's number 99, Pete Colvin, and he's managed to tighten that line up, but Mick Cameron still blasts up on the inside and they go past us side by side. It's Pete Colvin and Gary Pease from Mick Cameron and Paul Randall. Then Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. Pete Watkins and Ken Bovis. Pete Colvin in the lead, and it drifts a little bit wide. Mick Cameron comes up on the inside. It's the run to the checkered flag, but it's Pete Colvin and Gary Pease that get there. From Mick Cameron, Paul Randall in second, then Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane in third, Pete Watkins and Kevin Bovis, then Richard Brown and Chris Berwick, and Paul Penfold and Steve Robbins, amazingly at the back of that field. Start for Nevill Penfold and John Mitten. Nevill Penfold and John Mitten going to that first turn third with Gary Moon and Paul Norton in second. Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby there in third, but they've gone very, very wide. So it's Nevill Penfold in the lead then. With John Mitten on the chair. Going for goal here. Squirting the power on, good eat tight, inside line, comes up midfield. It's number 2, Nevill Penfold and John Mitten from Gary Moon and Paul Norton. Then number 1, Rob Cameron and Steve Smith. John O'Donnell there, bringing up the rear. Field rather spread out already, and number 2, Nevill Penfold, making the most of it with John Mitten in passenger. Going for goal, then Gary Moon and Paul Norton, then Steve Smith. Paul Cameron and Steve. Ian Harmony and Rowan. Big head John O'Donnell. So the checkered flag goes, and it's the first one of the afternoon for Nevill Penfold, followed home by Gary Moon in second place. Then Rob Cameron, then Ian Aaron, then Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby. Flying start, it looks like for Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones there in the lead with Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris in a good second place. Then Tim Bennett, Adam Cover-Smith. Followed by number 11 there. Craig Keaton. Done extremely well last week in the Jim Coles. Believe he was second in the Jim Coles last Sunday. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones leading the field here at the Frittenden Flyer from Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris, Craig Cheatham and Peter Jones, Tim Bennett and Adam Cover. to green. Coming up to take the last lap flag already. Very, very fast this afternoon. Number 24, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. New outfit, new leathers, new everything, and winning races. Back to his old form. 24, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. Coming up to second place as they enter the last turn for the last time. Well, it's that motor on hard now, 24. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones take that checkered flag for the first time of the afternoon from Matthew Lewin in second place, then Craig Cheatham, then Tim Bennett, Chris Atkinson. Being removed from the result by the clerk of the course, I can only assume he had some pigs out somewhere. Back to race number 10, the 500cc solos. We got 215, Steve Wilson, 351, Paul Steiberitz, 14, Martin Jacobs, 68, Alan Farmer, 121, Alan Harmer, 68, Jason Wilby, 105, Steve Tiswell, and number 86, Paul Hurry. One of the famous father, Graham Hurry. Away they go down that first straightness. It's 215, Steve Wilson and Alan Farmer, number 68, that get there first, and number 68, Alan Farmer, has pulled a ring right round the outside and gets himself a tremendous lead from Puzzle Hurry. Paul Hurry there in second place. Puzzle Hurry after Alan Farmer, Alan Farmer. 68 then, Alan Farmer, Paul Hurry, Alan Harmer, Bob Camden, and Steve Wilson. Paul Hurry certainly getting some support this night in the caravan. And well deserved support this show. Alan Farmer, he's running holding Paul Hurry at bay. That's really holding for another 2 laps, because that's what he's got to do. Bob Camden holding third, Alan Harmer in fourth, then Steve Wilson, Martin Jacobs, Jason Jennett, Adrian Muller. Sorry, Jason Wilby, that was. Then Jason Jennett after that lot, then Paul Steiberitz bringing up the rear at the moment. But Puzzle Hurry's top 5. While I'm Muller and Jason Wilby, then Jason Jennett up Paul Puzzle Hurry made his third. Puzzle Hurry takes that last lap flag and he's on his way to victory over Alan Farmer and Bob Camden and Alan Harmer. So the last time, and what a lead he's pulled over Alan Farmer in such a short distance. He's really going for it here this afternoon. Number 86, Paul Hurry gets his first win over Alan Farmer in second place. Bob Camden taking third, Alan Harmer takes fourth, then Steve Wilson, then Martin Jacobs, then Jason Wilby, then Jason Jennett. Attention building down on the line to take the on. They're on their way to first turn for race number 11. And it's Trevor Banks who leads. Trevor Banks gets the start and he's on his way to victory. It's that brave man that goes past Trevor Banks, and Trevor Banks is in full form this afternoon and he's away. With Mark Woods there in second place, and we've got Duncan Tolhurst down on the floor. That brave man that goes past Trevor Banks, and Trevor Banks is in full form this afternoon and he's away. With Mark Woods there in second place, and we've got Duncan Tolhurst down on the floor. So regs available then for the centre restricted meeting, the Kent Sidecar Club at Featherstone on July the 7th. Regs are available here from Sue Penfold. In the caravan next to Beach Pearls Photos, or ring 06 222. I'll give you that number later. Away to go in the rerun of race number 11, and again Trevor Banks it is that leads. Trevor Banks goes round that first turn in full flight. Gets his bike all wound up and he's well underway. Big battle there for second place. Then 4 minutes at the moment. 4 minutes down Sutton and Wadsworth. Then Kinchin up. Previous Frittenden Flyer winner in the midfield at the moment. Ricky Sandford in there as well, and Robin Pilcher. But Trevor Banks pulling away from the rest of the field, showing his status here this afternoon. Certainly one of the faster in the field. At Mitchell, Mark Woods. And a right ding-dong battle going there as the midfielders sort themselves out. Got it. Trevor Banks all the way now as he comes up to take his half that flag from Paul Mitchell and Ricky Sandford and Vince Kinchin and Mark Woods and then Darren Sutton. So Trevor Banks with a bit between his teeth, he's going for gold here this afternoon. He's less than half a lap from victory. He's just got this one certain race and it's the checkered flag. Working the motor runners with the post his shoulder and got all day. Crosses the line for a win. From number 29, Paul Mitchell, then 04, Ricky Sandford taking third. Number 31, Colin White, it is that leads. Not sure whether somebody did drop it over the line, but the race goes on. It's Colin White that leads this race then, up the back straight. Well clear of the rest of the field. Working motor on sideline, White down here, 31, Colin White. From number 758, Mark Chessell in second place. Well pulling clear now of the rest of the field. 31, Colin White going for gold as this third line round that first turn, and he's really got that solid singing from Mark Chessell, from John Wilson, and then number 5, Peter Finch. Colin White taking his first win of the afternoon if he can just stay there for one more lap. Colin White from Wickford in Essex. On the Gordon GR. Followed by Mark Chessell there in second. So the checkered flag goes, it was a win for number 31, Colin White. Mark Chessell there takes second place, number 758. Then Steve Wilson. Sorry, John Wilson that was. Then Peter Finch. Brian Cornelius. And number 12, G. Henriksen. Race number 13 then, the LH Sidecars on the line. John Fish and Gary Moore. Mick Gillin and Bob Heath. 23, Bill Penfold and Carly Bell. Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer. 25, Tony Penfold and David Bailey. Obviously going to take a few photographs on his way round. As they leave the line then, down they come, another superb fast start from 1, 2, 3. Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, they go into the first turn first. Then it's number 100, Mick Gillin and Bob Heath. They're there in second place at the moment. Then it's Tony Penfold and David Bailey. Tony Penfold seems to have come past Mick Gillin. Round the turn they come in. Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer. Where the action is. Then Tony Penfold, then Mick Gillin. Graham Hilton there, bringing up the rear at the moment with Chris Berwick in the chair. Graham Hilton only his second metre to the driver. Round the turn they come in, midfield winding it up very quick. 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer from Tony Penfold and Dave Bailey, then 100, Mick Gillin and Bob Heath, then John Fish and Gary Moore. And Carly Bell and Graham Hilton and Chris Berwick. But back to the leaders as they come round the last turn to position. In full flight after his second win of the afternoon. Drifts a little bit wide. Wide set with takes each winner. Takes the last lap flag from Tony Penfold and Mick Gillin. John Fish and Gary Moore. Nosing knees off a little bit. Comes up and takes that checkered flag, a win for 1, 2, 3. Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, then Tony Penfold, Dave Bailey, then 100, Nick Gillen and Bob Heath. Billy Penfold and Carly Bell, John Fish and Gary Moore, Graham Hilton and Chris Berry. Down that first straight. And Bill Penfold takes up the running with number 24 Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers in very close attendance. So Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw hold a slender lead at the moment from Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers, but Luke Patchell and Julian Browning go through for second place. Bill Penfold meanwhile moves on, pulls away clear from the rest of the field. Round the turn very fast indeed, just a little bit wide, but he's got it all under control. It's number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, from Luke Patchell and Julian Brown, and then Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers, Philip and Richard Davis, and then number 41, John O'Donnell and Andrew Butler. Fast and furious. At half distance it's Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw from Luke Patchell and Julian Brown, and then 24 Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. And John O'Donnell and Andrew Butler. We've lost Philip and Richard Davis to the centre green there, obviously. A few problems for them. Last lap flag goes, no problem at the moment for Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. They're on their way to the second victory of the afternoon. From Luke Patchell and Julian Brown, and then Tommy Penfold. And Liam Chivers, and then John O'Donnell and Andrew Butler. You're trying to put the passengers on the rider position, but really counts to take the checkered flag. No mistaking. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Winners of race number 14. And a very close battle developing here as they come up to the line, but it's Luke Patchell and Julian Brown from Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. Win for number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. In second place, 188, Luke Patchell and Julian Brown. In third place, number 24, Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. In fourth place, number 41, John O'Donnell and Andrew Butler. The winner's time there, 1 minute 49.22. Quickly again, 2, 188, 24 and 41, 1 minute 49.22. The additions we have to give you is race 11. An alteration to the result of race 11, which now reads 4, 29, 8, 24, 10, 174 and 88. Give that again after this for those who want to keep the points up to date. But it's Ernie Penfold there that goes into an early lead in race number 15. Race number 15 it is, it's Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding that go into an early lead. On the dismantling prepared out with his Ernie Penfold back to his former winning ways. From Neil Cuff in second, then John Arnott, then Neil Cuff, then Ray Tullett. So Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding giving it the big one round there. Very experienced driver and a very useful passenger. Round they come in. 9 midfield line. And half distance it's Ernie Penfold and Liam. Justin Spalding, I meant to say, then Neil, Martin Cuff, then Neil Cuff, John Arnott and Ray Tullett. So the last lap flag is prepared for Ernie Penfold coming out of that turn now. He's got it in the full flight. He's really giving it the big and nourish. He's not getting the cotton feet when he's going for Lauren. Then it's Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards, then John Arnott, Russell Steele, then Neil Cuff and Bernie Townsend, Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle. That's the order of the lead that Ernie Penfold's got. Compare his time with the others. The old master himself out there in full flight. I hope he Russell gets a few favours with this. Well, in there for Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding. Followed on by Neil Cuff and Richard Edwards. John Arnott, Russell Steele, Neil Cuff, and Bernie Townsend, Ray Tullett, and Tony Doyle. Moving on now to race number 16. It's the second leg of the 250cc solos. And we have a previous race winner in the first race in number 229, Ritchie Knight. And they leave the line already, and down they come towards the first turn. Ritchie Knight not getting the best of the start this time, but right gaggle of riders go into that turn first, and Ritchie Knight holds the motor on longer than the others and takes the lead from Mark Wadsworth there in second. And Mike Nicholson, Kevin Lanchester makes his move as he comes up the inside of Mike Nicholson. And Ritchie Knight, the previous race winner already, just a little bit wide, gets the Suzuki wound up. In second place is the Honda of Mark Wadsworth, then it's Kevin Lanchester, then it's Mike Nicholson, and Darren Bishop. Alan Band bringing up the rear, but Ritchie Knight and Mark Wadsworth. Mark Wadsworth gains a few yards on Ritchie Knight as he goes into that turn. Ritchie Knight puts the motor on early. Slides, goes a little bit wide. Mark Wadsworth on the inside. This could be trouble for Ritchie Knight as they go into that next turn. Mark Wadsworth makes his move on the inside, goes past Ritchie Knight. Ritchie Knight winds the throttle on, tries to come back at him. He's coming back up at the inside, but Mark Wadsworth seems to have the lead at the moment, seems to have the advantage. This is only a heat, it's the finals that count. Mark Wadsworth, second, third time out, Dean Camier in the lead in this one. Ritchie Knight won his first race, but he's second place at the moment. Then it's Kevin Lanchester, then Mike Nicholson, then Darren Bishop, and Jason Hickman. And Alan Carman. So the old master of Fox's Own gets himself out in front. It's Mark Wadsworth, the 8-9 winner with his time, British champion. I've lost count. Here he comes for the checkered flag again. Takes another win, but on Ritchie Knight in a very good strong second position. Then Kevin Lanchester in third. Then Mike Nicholson. Then Darren Bishop. Then Jason Hickman. Then Alan Carman. And bringing up the rear, Alan Dan. In fifth place, number 89, Darren Bishop. In sixth place, 364, Jason Hickman. In seventh place, 131, Alan Carman. And in eighth place, number 20, Alan Dan. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.75. From the top, 344. No, can't do it. I can hear the 250s revving up on the line, so race 17 will be underway, and there they go. As the riders all jostle for the lead, with number 32, Terry Howell, and leads with Ian Rutter hard on his tail. Saw Dean Camier in there somewhere in the midfield, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to win this one. A previous race winner here this afternoon, and he's trying to come up from the mid-ranks at the moment. But it's Ian Rutter, 2-1 to third heat of the first leg, so a previous race winner going to maximum points now. Winding that 250cc machine up as he goes round from 158 there. In second place, that's Mark Appleton. Mark Appleton is there in second place. Then Camier made his move up to third. That's Tony Rutter lead. From Mike Appleton, from Dean Camier, from Steve Syrett. Then Terry Howell, the early leader, then Steve King, then Nick White, Keith Richards. Back to the leader, number 9, Ian Rutter, all the way. Nice line. Wide at all, over his shoulders, and it's comfortable, 1 lap from victory. Mike Appleton and Dean Camier side by side. Dean Camier goes up the inside, pushing Mike Appleton a little bit wide. Winds that throttle on and gets it going. He's taken second place, but he's left it a bit late to make his mark on Tony Rutter. Ian Rutter, sorry. So it's Ian Rutter that takes the checkered flag. He gets the win. 44, Dean Camier gets a good second place. Then 158, Mike Appleton. Then Terry Howell, Jason Scott, Steve King, Keith Richards, Nick White, Wayne Carman, and Arthur Livings. So the only man on a maximum in the 250 class then, at the moment. The official result of race 17 was a win there for number 9, Ian Rutter. And underway with race 18 already, so we'll have to go for the result in a minute. John Dormers out in front. going for gold in this one. He had a bit of a disastrous first ride by his standards, but he's out in front this time and he's winding it up. It's John Dormer from Stephen Hines there in second spot. Then Mark Nicholson in third. Winding up past seat 76, John Dormer. From Stephen Hines, from Mark Nicholson, from Brian Cornelius, John Pilcher, Mark Giles, and then Robin Pilcher at the back. No, at the back is number 33, Richard Smith, having bad luck with his machine here. John Dormer being egged on by the crowd. He's getting wound up, and Stephen Hines is right there and just waiting for a mistake. So John Dormer, I believe he's Suzuki mounted this year, and Stephen Hines on the Yamaha. Stephen Hines done excessively well down here this meeting last year, and he's out to prove he can do it again. He closes up on John Dormer as he comes into that turn. As they come into that turn this time, they'll see that last flag in front of them, and it needs to be now or never for these two riders. And John Dormer seems to have pulled those few yards over Stephen Hines now. Mark Nicholson holding a good third. Then John Pilcher, then Mark Giles, then Robin Pilcher. We said we're off Brian Cornelius to the centre green at the moment. He's got a good trouble with this Suzuki this afternoon. Checkered flag goes, and it's a win, a well-deserved win for number 76, John Dormer from Stephen Hines in second, then Mark Nicholson in third. Then John Pilcher, Mark Giles and Robin Pilcher, and Brian Cornelius comes back into the fray. Obviously had a little bit of trouble, but he's got it all under control. 7-4, Robin Pilcher, and in 7th place number 48, Brian Cornelius. The winner's time, 1 minute 39.13. I'd like to go back a page now, quickly if I can, before those sidecars get underway. Race number 11, controversial race. Race number 11 was a win for number 4, in 2nd place 29, in 3rd place number 8, in 4th place number 24, in 5th place number 10, in 6th place 174, and in 7th place number 88. The winner's time was 1 minute 34.43. That page again, and we'll go on now to race number 19. Tremendous lineup again in this one. It's Nevill Penfold, a local lad that's gone out in front with John Mitten in the chair, but he slid very, very wide indeed, letting Tim Bennett get up on the inside. But it's still Nevill Penfold from Tim Bennett, from Mick Cameron, from Pete Watkins. Gary Moon gets past. Squirting the motor on. In 2nd place still, it's just, well, Tim Bennett, but he's being overtaken by Gary Moon. Gary Moon seems to be all over the back of Tim Bennett's bike and nearly on top of it. Around they go then. Number 2, Nevill Penfold, forging on towards victory. Tim Bennett drifts a bit wide, Gary Moon's up the inside. What's going to happen here? But it's Nevill Penfold leading. It's Gary Moon that goes up into 2nd place. Tim Bennett drops back. Back up to the front line as they come round now. Penfold on his way to that checkered flag. It's Nevill Penfold and John Mitten that win. Gary Moon and Paul Norton get second. Then Tim Bennett and Adam Cobler-Smith. Then Mick Cameron and Paul Randall. Then Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis. Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. And Kev Bovis, and in 6th place 32, Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. The winner's time, 1 minute 25.32. From the top, 2, 4, 12, 151, 25 and 32. 1 minute 25.32. It looks like Rob Wilson and Vince Jones that go into an early lead. Remember, they won first time out and they're in the lead second time out. Then it's Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris having a good second place there. Then Ian Aram and Ian Rowan. And then between those others there, and right at the back again, Paul Penfold. Where we normally expect to see Paul Penfold. So 24, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. As I said, new outfit, new leathers, but old form. Back to his old outfit. Another man who's obviously had a lay in this morning and feeling the benefit of it. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones then from Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris. Then Craig Cheetham and Peter Jones. Colin and Mark Cullen. I spoke to you soon and Rob Wilson seems to have trouble. Rob Wilson seems to have packed up. And round the outside comes number 11. Craig Cheetham and Peter Jones, they take the checkered flag for the win from 37. Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris, then Ian Aram and Ian Rowan. Colin Hutton, Mark Cullen, Paul Penfold and Steve Robbins. And what bad luck for number 24. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones pushing their outfit home there. Can't see what the problem is from here. The chain looks to be on, so I'm not sure where the problem is on that outfit. So let's hope they can get it all sorted out in time. So on we go to race number 21, the right-hand sidecar, leg 2, the final heat of leg 2. Now we're looking for number 99, Pete Colvin. Paul Baseby. 82, Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby. 97, Nick and John O'Donnell. 212, Chris Atkinson and Dawn Roberts. 1, Rob Cameron. Steve Smith and 38, Richard Brown. Early lead with Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby in second place at the moment. So round the turn they come, and number 1 Rob Cameron holds a good midfield line, as does number 82 Stephan Turner. Then it's Pete Colvin, then it's Chris Atkinson, then it's Richard Brown, and then the O'Donnell. Rob Cameron squirting the motor on. And then it's 82, Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby still holding a good second place from Pete Colvin. Number 1, Rob Cameron and Steve Smith. Then the battle continuing for second place between Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby and Pete Colvin and Paul Baseby. For that checkered flag, and it'll be held up in front of number 1, Rob Cameron and Steve Smith. Second place just going to 82, Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby. Then Pete Colvin and Paul Baseby. Then Chris Atkinson and Vaughan Roberts. And Richard Brown and Steve Bassett. And then Mick and John O'Donnell bringing up the rear. 1:27.34 from the top. 1, 82, 99, 212, 38 and 97. Winners time 1:27.34. 500cc solos turn again. It's race number 22 in your programme, and away they go. And down that first straight, very fast indeed, it's Alan Farmer that makes it from the gate with Paul Hurry hard on his heels again. Remember, this happened before and Paul Hurry got by. Alan Farmer won't want to let him go by this time. He's giving it to big and down that back straight, and Paul Hurry's doing the same. As they go into that turn, Alan Farmer not easy enough for Benny. Very fast indeed, hard on his side. Round they come. Colin White there in third. Colin White was also a previous race winner. Then Jason Jennett and Mark Chessell. they come, and Alan Farmer keeping a good distance between him and Paul Hurry at the moment. Don't really be able to hold that. All that. But can he this time? Round they come then. Number 68. Alan Farmer from 86 Paul Hurry, then Colin White, then Jason Jennett, then Mark Chessell, then David Mears. Alan Farmer determined not to be outcome this time. Round that turn he comes with half that flank in front of him, he's giving it the big one. And Paul Hurry can't make any ground on him this time. He's trying and as fast as he's going. Alan Farmer's going just as fast and trying just as hard. So an interesting race developing just between these two riders. This is going to be one of these. A winner and second each as they go into the final. Superiority will have to be shown in the final. There's a third leg to go through yet though. That's a win for Alan Farmer from Paul Hurry, from Colin White, Mark Chessell and Jason Bennett. In 6th place, 139. David Mears. In 7th place, number 88, Andy Fields. And in 8th place, number 12, Gary Henriksen. The winner's time, 1 minute 31.50 from the top. 68, 86, 31, 758, 165, 139, 88, 12, 31, 50. And away they go again, and down that first straight they come. And looks like Duncan Tolhurst out on a spare machine of Paul Hurry's, so obviously his machine done some damage, but he's only battered and bruised and he's out having another go. So, out in front. And going like a bomb dog. Alan Harmer from Kinchin, eight previous Frittenden Flyer winners. Then Martin Jacobs, Bob Camden. And look at the battlers that go round there for first place. Vincent Kinchin overtakes Alan Harmer and gets his nose in front. There'll be no stopping him now. But he's got the pace on and he's going places. Then in front of Alan Harmer, then 14 Martin Jacobs, then 86 Duncan Tolhurst. And then it looks like Steve Wilson. Another local fella, but he's not normally that hard there. Round comes wide, but he's got the motor on early, so it's there. 1 lap to go. It's Vincent Kinchin, Alan Harmer, Martin Jacobs, Duncan Tolhurst, then Steve Wilson. And that's the order of playing in that same order. As they go down that back straight, Vincent Kinchin is into the last turn, quarter arm side, driving that left there, welding right up in, really giving it bigger than the front of the maximum drive. Over the line he goes. So in there for Vincent Kinchin, then Alan Harmer, then Martin Jacobs, then Duncan Tolhurst. Number 51, Nathan Morton, and in 9th place, number 351, Paul Stybridge. The winner's time was 1 minute 35.22. 500 on the line again, it's race number 24, and in front of additional runner in number 4, Trevor Banks. John Wilson heads Trevor Banks down the first straight, but Trevor Banks stamps his authority on the first turn, and he looks like being set up for another runaway victory. It's Trevor Banks from John Wilson. Then Paul Mitchell makes his move on the inside, he comes up in second place. Number 3. There, but Trevor Banks is fast and gone, and really winding it up. So it's number 29, Paul Mitchell in second place, then number 3, Chris Tritton, he's close in on third spot at the moment. Then Mark Woods, then John Wilson, then Ricky Sandford. But Trevor Banks has got it all his own way. Paul Mitchell, then number 3, Chris Tritton, then Mark Woods, then Ricky Sandford, then John Wilson, then Darren Sutton, Robin Pilcher. Trevor Banks is leading at the moment, but in a big battle going on for second place. Just one second place, they come round there now into the last place flag, and it's Trevor Banks long gone. Then Paul Mitchell, from Chris Tritton, from Ricky Sandford, from Paul Woods, then John Wilson, and Trevor Banks has got it all together. The nice tight line round there, he's got all day. Now it's close on his Trevor Banks on number 29 second position. And look at that battle for third, it's Ricky Sandford from Tritton and Hartwood. Then John Wilson, Darren Sutton, Robin Pilcher, Peter Finch and Brian Cornelius. Race number 25 then. Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding, John Arnott and Russell Steele, Tommy Penfold and Liam Shivers, Ray Tullett, Tony Doyle, Ernie Penfold, Carly Bell. Away they go. Ernie Penfold makes another fast start on the Godden V twin and zooms his way into the lead. So it's Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding well clear already. Just look at the gap they put between them and the second place men. It don't take Ernie long. He's well on his way. And round the turn they come in. 125 Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding drifted a little bit wide, but they've got plenty of time. It's number 24 there in second place. That's Tommy Penfold and Liam Shivers. Then John Arnott, Russell Steele, then Ernie Penfold and Carly Bell, Graham Hilton and Chris Berwick, and Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle. So Graham Hilton improved on his last place in the last race and moved up one of the field. Ernie Penfold holding on to a victory yet again. He comes round there at half distance. It's 125 Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding from Tommy Penfold, Liam Shivers and 251 John Arnott, Russell Steele, Billy Penfold and Carly Bell, Graham Hilton and Chris Berwick, Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle, and Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle trying to go around the outside of Graham Hilton on their bottom turn. Will they do it? Back to the leader, Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding cruising round, taking a very tight side line round there this time. Winding that motor up, looks over his shoulder to see where they are. Take the last lap flag and Tommy Penfold goes by. Tommy Penfold takes Ernie. Tommy Penfold and Liam Shivers then squirting their way on. Ernie Penfold must have hit trouble, he seems to have slowed up bad. Nearly letting John Arnott go over on the outside. John Arnott again tries to come up on the outside, but round the turn they come in. The checkers make this time if they can just hold on. Round they come in, number 24. Tommy Penfold and Liam Shivers from Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding. Then John Arnott's Russell Steele, Billy Penfold and Carly Bell, Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle, Graham Hilton and Chris Berwick. And away they go again, and it's race number 26. And down the straight they go. It's 126, Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards that get into that first turn first, then Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. Then Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw holding third at the moment, and Mick Gillen and Bob Heath bringing up the rear in fourth place. And then Luke Patchell has got the goal into the front. Bill Penfold's under ring round the outside. It's horse chase as they go into that turn. And they're all got the machines wound up and coming round there fast and furious. But Luke Patchell's still holding the lead from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw then. Mick Gillen and Bob Heath and our early leader relegated to fourth position, number 126. Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards. So, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning trying to hold off the challenge of Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. As Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw go by and come round that turn now, get wound up. Flat out they come up towards the finish line. At half distance, it's Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw from Luke Patchell and Julian Browning, then Mick Gillen and Bob Heath, then Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards. Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw took over their shoulders, see a good clear field behind them and a good clear field in front as well. So they're on their last lap. Then 188, Luke Patchell and Julian Brown, then Mick Gillen and Bob Heath, then Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards bringing up the rear. Round that top turn they come, they've got it all wound up yet again. The checkers make there waiting for them this time. That's another win for Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Then Luke Patchell and Julian Browning, then Mick Gillen and Bobby then. Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards bringing up the rear.
And Bernie Townsend, number 25. Tony Penfold and David Bailey. 217 Philip and Richard Davis. 123 previous winner Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, and 173 John Fish and Gary Moore. Running 174, not 173 on goal.
As they leave the line, here comes Bennett first break, very, very fast. It's another superstar. Flying Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer. Then Tony Penfold and David Bailey in second place. Then John Fish and Gary Moore. 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer then. Well clear of the rest of the field. With Tony Penfold and David Bailey still holding second place, then John Fish and Gary Moore, then Duncan and Bernie Townsend. Field's rather spread out at the moment. There's the local men. Yes, they're going here this afternoon. Is this their second or their third win on? Here's their third win on that Westlake powered machine. Really going well this afternoon. Got that motor singing. Well, they'll be en route to it. It's probably the oldest speed twin in the field, but it certainly seems to prove to be one of the fastest. Round it comes to Westlake, big twin in the hands of Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, taking the last lap flag from the nourish on the downhill. Tony Penfold and David Bailey. Then John Fish and Gary Moore, then Neil Cuff and Bernie Townsend, still bringing up the rear, those two having a bit of a private battle at the back end of the field. The other two well spread out. Every inch of Frittenden Flyer champion from this distance, he's going for gold this afternoon, taking that checkers flag again, and wins the Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer. From Tony Penfold and David Bailey. Then John Fish and Gary Moore. And Neil Cuff and Bernie Townsend.
On Mark Wadsworth in this one.
And away they go, and down that first straight out off like long dogs. It's Mark Wadsworth that makes the start this time with Kevin Lanchester and Ritchie Knight in second and third places. Ritchie Knight on the inside, Kevin Lanchester on the outside, but Mark Wadsworth left them both in his tracks. Mark Wadsworth, number 344. Very fast he comes around there indeed, and it's Mark Wadsworth from 229, Ritchie Knight from Kevin Lanchester. And then John Pilcher. Mark Wadsworth giving it big hands for the bottle. Winding that machine up, takes a nice line down that car. Spectator pitch one. Thank you very much, Governor. That's it. And they're coming around there very quick indeed. Got my eyes off the leaders now, but it's still Mark Wadsworth, and it's Ritchie Knight still holding on to second, Kevin Lanchester in a good third, then John Pilcher, and a big hole seems to be developing on the exit of that turn. Every one of those riders caught it. You'll notice their legs go back as they catch the bump. Once they take the last lap back, it's Mark Wadsworth from Ritchie Knight, from Kevin Lanchester, from John Pilcher, from Mr. Carman, and then Robin Pilcher. And then the other Mr. Carman, and then Alan Band. So round this last turn they come, and Ritchie Knight seems to be going into ground on Mark Wadsworth. What's going to happen here? Mark Wadsworth coming towards the line. Ritchie Knight off in pursuit, but he can't do it. It's the win for 344. Mark Wadsworth from Ritchie Knight in second. Then Kevin Lanchester in third. Then Robin Pilcher in fourth. Then Alan Carman. Then Robin Pilcher. Then Wayne Carman. Then Alan Dan.
Mark Wadsworth in second place, number 229, Ritchie Knight. In third place, number 143, Kevin Lanchester. In fourth place, number 49, John Pilcher. In 5th place, number 131, Alan Carman. In 6th place, number 174, Robin Wiltshire. In 7th place, 133, Wayne Carman. And 8th place, number 20, Alan Dagg. Winner's time, 1 minute 41.38, and then 250 solos are on their way again, and that previous race winner of number 76, John Dormer, showing him who's the boss this time. He's got the running over Ian Rutter and Dean Camier. Dean Camier, who won that first ride of the afternoon, close convincingly over Mark Wadsworth, fails to shine quite so bright since, but he's in there with a chance, and these are only the heats. The final is yet to come. It's John Dormer from Ian Rutter, from Mike Nicholson, from Dean Camier, from Stephen Syrett and Brian Cornelius. That John Dormer got the bit between his teeth this time, got a better start, got in front of him. The start will certainly help whoever wins the final. So round they come, it's number 76, John Dormer from Ian Rutter still then. Mike Nicholson, Dean Camier and Stephen Syrett, Brian Cornelius and Steve King. But look at Ian Rutter pulling up on the back wheel of John Dormer now. Can John Dormer hold off the challenge? Ian Rutter goes up the inside. John Dormer slips a little bit wide and lets him through. John Dormer cuts back up on the inside. They're coming up there fast and furious, and John Dormer seems to have got the lead back on the inside there. Good bit of tactical riding by John Dormer, but Ian Rutter hasn't finished yet. He'll sure to have another go, and he's winding that bike up and he's coming up fast on John Dormer now. Can John Dormer hold it off this time? He won't have to take a breath as he goes into this corner. He'll just have to wind it up and hope. Around the corner he comes. He's taking a nice time line. Ian Rutter trying to pull up on the inside. John Dormer goes wide. Ian Rutter comes up on the inside. They're going up to the line. It's a win for John Dormer. From Ian Rutter in second. Then Dean Camier in a good third place. Then Mike Nicholson, Stephen Syrett, Brian Cornelius and Mike Appleton. And in 9th place, number 43, Keith Richards. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 40.50. From the top, 76, 9, 44, 34, 15, 48, 158, 66 and 43. 1 minute 40.50. Well, away they go, and it's 94, Jason Stott that leads into that first turn. Darren Bishop's there in second place at the moment. He's slid a little bit wide, and Stephen Hines and Mark Nicholson are coming up on the inside. And they're also gaining ground on Jason Stott. And Stephen Hines has gone through. Stephen Hines has taken a lead. Jason Stott might back tries to come round the outside. Stephen Hines, a little bit of a hole there in the field. But he's holds the lead at the moment from Jason Stott in second, then Mark Nicholson, then Nick White. Then Darren Bishop, Richard Smith going up through, past Darren Bishop but drifts a bit wide, letting Darren Bishop come back up on him on the inside. Look at those two front runners side by side round there. Stephen Hines holds the title line, making Jason Stott find a long hard way round. Gains an extra couple of yards for his efforts. It's 23, Stephen Hines from the eastern centre. He's squirting that throttle and going for gold. He's on his way this afternoon to a place in the final, I'm sure. Round they come. Stephen Hines from Jason Stott, and Mark Nicholson still trying to poke his nose into second place from third. Darren Bishop's up to fourth. Stephen Hines, a very, very quick man on a 250cc machine. 250cc specialist, and he just ride in the other car. Working on there, that turn. Jason Stott comes up on the inside. The checkered flag goes. Who's it going to be? It's a win for Stephen Hines from Jason Stott, from Mark Nicholson, Darren Bishop, Richard Smith, Nick White, Mark Giles, and Terry Howe. In fourth place, number 89, Darren Bishop. In fifth place, number 33, Richard Smith. In sixth place, number 96, Nick White. In seventh place, number 26, Mark Giles. In eighth place, number 32, Terry Howe. In ninth place, number 71, Arthur Livett. No 10th or 11th finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 43.15. From the top, 23, 94, 134, 89, 33, 96, 26, 32 and 71. 1 minute 43.15. looked like a flying start for the Cameron crew, Mick Cameron and Paul Randall, but Gary Moon's gone past, but Gary Moon's gone very, 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 very wide, and Rob Wilson's come up from the middle of nowhere and taken the lead. So it's Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. You may remember they had one race win, and then they broke down. So Rob Wilson and Vince Jones, tight round that corner, gets the motor on just at the right time, squirts away from the rest of the field. Mick Cameron's done enough to get past Gary Moon, and Gary Moon and Paul Norton there in third place. Then Tim Bennett and Adam Coper-Smith. Round they come very, very fast indeed. It's Rob Wilson and Vince Jones squirting the motor on there, getting a bit between their teeth. They can see the last lap flag. They're just one lap from victory, and it's 151. Mick Cameron and Paul Randall challenging hard in second. I think Gary Moon and Paul Norton in third. And Steve Robbins not this afternoon. So round they come then, squirting that motor. The checkered flag has gone, and it's a win for 24. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones from Mick Cameron and Paul Randall, right there when it counted. Then Gary Moon and Paul Norton, Tim Bennett, Adam Coper-Smith, Ian Aaron and Ian Rowan, and bringing up the rear, Paul Penfold and Steve Robbins. They shot out of that start. Around the turn they come, drifting very wide though. 25, Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis. From Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris, then Pete Colvin and Paul Baseby, then Mark Cullen, So round that turn they come, very fast indeed, squirting that throttle up that straight. Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis, winners of the Leatherhead Laurels last week, out in front of the Frittenden Flyer this week. In third, Colin Hutton and Mark Cullen there in fourth. They take the last lap flag. It's just one lap from victory then. They go round that turn and down the next straight. It's Pete Watkins. Matthew Lewis is on, not having any of that, dives back on the inside. Those two are hard at it as they come up to the checkered flag. It's going to be a win for Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis. But look at that battle for second, and that was very close indeed. Very close indeed that was. I'll leave that to the lap scorers. And another fantastic finish here at Frittenden. The Frittenden fantastic finish. Bit of a staggered start there, but they're all away safely, and number one's Rob Cameron slips and slides. Nevill Penfold touches the back of his machine. Craig Cheatham's in there as well, and Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby, and Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. Chris Atkinson. Rob Cameron and Steve Smith. Nevill Penfold takes a bit of a wide line. Then Craig Cheatham and Peter Jones. Then Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby and Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. The battle goes on at the front line. The challenge of Craig Cheatham. Those three outfits locked in battle. Coming around there very fast. It could be anybody's race. Craig Cheatham's coming up the inside of Rob Cameron. Nevill Penfold goes too wide and loses more ground. Around they come in very fast indeed. It's still Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby. Then Chris Atkinson and Paul Roberts bring up the rear. So Craig Cheatham establishes himself a fine lead but drifts wide, and Rob Cameron comes up on the inside. It's a checkered flag this time, and it's going to be close, but it's a win for number 11, Craig Cheatham. And Peter Jones from number 1, Steve Smith. Sorry, do keep doing that. Rob Cameron and Steve Smith. Then Nevill Penfold and John Minton. Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby. Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. Atkinson and Paul Robert. Nevill Penfold and John Mint. In 4th place, 82, Stephan Turner and Tony Baseby. In 5th place, 32, Kevin Simmons and Peter Lane. The winner's time, 1 minute 26.87. 5 and 6 solos underway, only 3 races to go for the interval. And Paul Hurry gets back out in front where he likes to be. Had a win first time out, a second time out, and now he's winning again. Big battle going on there for 2nd, 3rd and 4th place, but Paul Hurry out in front. 29, Mark Chessell coming through from 4th to 3rd. But Paul Hurry goes on his merry way, got the thing wound up, gets away from the rest of the field. Big gap there now between 1st and 2nd, but 2nd and 3rd are right at each other's heels. Around the 3rd they come, not this battle. Mitchell goes very, very wide, makes a big Graham Hurry. Paul Hurry holding a good lead from Mark Chessell now in 2nd, then Ricky Sandford coming up to 3rd with Mark Woods there in 4th, Paul Mitchell in 5th. Paul Mitchell trying to come back in amongst them. He lost a lot of ground when he went wide on the top corner. Paul Hurry catches that bump a little quicker. He's got it on full throttle. He's got 1 lap remaining. He's on his way to victory from Mark Chessell in 2nd, then Ricky Sandford in 3rd, then Paul Mitchell, then Mark Woods. Then John Wilson, then Robin Pilcher. And Gary Henriksen. So Paul Hurry on his way to his 2nd win of the afternoon. During his place in the A final. The checkered flag goes. And a nice wheelie there for Paul Hurry in 1st place. From Ricky Sandford in 2nd. Then Paul Mitchell. Then Mark Woods. Then Mark Chessell. Then John Wilson. Robin Pilcher. That's the way they go down that straight. It's Trevor Banks and Alan Farmer again doing battle. Trevor Banks goes into the lead, winds that bike up. Look at the amount of yards he pulled on that turn, but Alan Farmer's after him. Alan Farmer's going after Trevor Banks. It's Trevor Banks then from Alan Farmer, from Alan Farmer, from Steve Wilson, from Alan Farmer. So Trevor Banks got the bit between his teeth and away. Body colour coming undone. He squirts the motor on hard round that turn. He's had 2 wins this afternoon already and he's convincingly on his way to his third. Round he comes then. Winds up the open shoulder, work his motor on. And half distance is Trevor Banks from Alan Farmer, from Chris Tritton, from Alan Farmer, from Steve Wilson. Adrian Mower. And Trevor Banks has had it all his own way so far this afternoon. Will he get his own way in the final? He's turned his road and he's there at the moment. He's taking the last lap, making 1 lap from the maximum into the final. Then Alan Farmer, then Chris Tritton, then Steve Wilson, then Alan Harmer. And round they come. And Trevor Banks has it all his own way. He squirts it out of the turn. Rolls the throttle off, he's got all day to go over that line. A win for Trevor Banks. From Alan Farmer and then Chris Tritton. The red drive, fighting away and down towards the first turn they come. 165, Jason Jennings that gets there first from Darren Sutton in 2nd spot. Darren Sutton cuts up the inside, takes the lead out of that turn. Vincent Kinchin there in 3rd place, coming through. Jason Jennings moves up into 1st place. Darren Sutton's down to 2nd, Vincent Kinchin holding 3rd, Jennings into 2nd at the moment. There they come very hard indeed. Jason Jennings holding a good 1st place from number 8, Vincent Kinchin, who's moved up into 2nd place. Colin White's gone up the inside there. Vincent Kinchin going right around the outside of Jason Jennings. What's going to happen there? Has Vincent Kinchin gone too wide? Jason Jennings comes back up on the inside. Vincent Kinchin out on his wide line. Comes a long way round the outside. Jason Jennings holding the tight line alongside Vincent Kinchin, but Vincent Kinchin just has the advantage at the moment. It's Vincent Kinchin then in the lead from number 165, Jason Jennings, from Colin White in 3rd, then Darren Sutton, then Duncan Tolhurst, then Martin Jacobs. Kinchin it is, out in front. The tall signal of Kinchin, a previous Frittenden Flyer winner, in the lead as he takes the last lap flag. From 165, Jason Jennett there in second. And then Colin White, then Duncan, Tolhurst and Darren Sutton. And round they come, very, very quick indeed. This one's going up as it comes down that turn. Fast and wide, and takes that checkered flag. A win to Vincent Kinchin from 31, Colin White, from 165, Jason Jennett, then 74, Duncan Tolhurst, then 10, Darren Sutton, 14, Martin Jacobs, then Peter Finch, and Nathan Ford. Sidecars on the rising, coming down the starter's orders. And they're away, and down the first straight they go. This is a sidecar left hand B final. And it's Kinchin and Bob Heath in the chair that goes down to that first turn first. But John Arnott and Russell Steele have got better ideas as they squeeze up on the inside. Round that turn they go then, very fast, but it is... Pardon me. Still in fact, Kinchin is down into second place. John Arnott has got the lead. John Arnott did charge through on the inside. Squeezing round that corner now, he's coming round there very fast. Looks over his shoulder to see where Kinchin is, but Kinchin is very close indeed. John Arnott, Russell Steele then, from Kinchin and Bob Heath. Tony Penfold and Dave Bailey. John Fisher and Gary Moore. Neil Cuff and Bernie Townsend. And Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle. That's the line-up as they go round there. Those positions remain unchanged. Round the third they come. Winds it up, 251, John Arnott and Russell Steele, but Kinchin and Bob Heath haven't given up yet. They're hanging on in there. These B finals are 4 laps, the A finals will be over 6 laps. Round they come for the Frittenden Flyer B final, the first final of the afternoon. Sidecar boys certainly seem to be putting up a good performance here this afternoon. Out in full force, left-hand chairs. 251 then. John Arnott still holds that lead from Kinchin and Bob Heath. Then Tony Penfold, David Bailey. Then John Fisher and Gary Moore. Then Neil Cuff and Bernie Townsend, Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle. Third positions again remain unchanged as they come round the last turn for the last time. Check and flag to the wave as they come round the corner now. From at one, wind out that machine. A win for John Arnott, Russell Steele. Kinchin and Bob Heath have a good second position. Third place going to Tony Penfold, David Bailey, then John Fisher and Gary Moore. Neil Cuff and Bernie Townsend, Ray Tullett and Tony Doyle. .25, 174, 226 and 30. 1 minute 53.88. On the line now in 250cc solo B final. The riders having to draw pegs for position on the line, little closed pegs with a number on them, and they often these where they can't see the number and they pick one and that's the number start gate they go from. As they come off that line now then down towards the first corner, it's number 158 and tears into the lead. Mike Appleton it is. Mike Appleton then leading John Pilcher. John Pilcher coming up on the inside. Then it's Terry Howe in third place. But John Pilcher goes into the lead. Overtakes Mike Appleton. Terry Howe there in third place. So Mike Appleton takes the lead again from John Pilcher. Then Terry Howe, then Steve King, then Alan Carman, then Brian Cornelius and Nick White. But Mike Appleton going for gold out in front. Probably stay in front there for 4 laps in each and 5 of the 158 then up Mike Appleton from John Pilcher, number 49, and Terry Howe, then Steve King. And squirting up that back straight and going very well, Mike Appleton. John Pilcher now starting to make his move, seems to be making up some ground as they come up and see the last lap flag. It's going to be now or never if John Pilcher can get past Mike Appleton. Mike Appleton then John Pilcher then Terry Howe and Steve King. then Nick White. And Mike Appleton seems to have it all under control as he goes up that back straight. He's only just got that straight and one corner ahead of him before he sees the checkered flag. Again, John Wilson seems to be making up for the ground, but I don't think he's going to make up that ground. Checkered flag. The checkered flag goes. It's a win for 158 Mike Appleton. From number 49, John Pilcher. Then 32, Terry Howe. Then Steve King. Then Nick White. Then Mr. Carman, Mark Giles. And Brian Cornelius. So the sidecar B final warming up over there on the line. Somebody's trying to get a roll in it. Certainly looks like Mick Cameron and Paul Randall, and it's unlucky for them to be in the B final, and then there was a cheek to try and get away in it. Mike Cameron and Paul Randall. Pete Watkins and Kev Rovers restarting the machine and circling round to get back into line. So those riders about to be back on the 6 second start this set of chairs to get a chance to get coming up on the line. Come on, the start orders. Start from Pete Watkins and Kev Rovers, winners of the Leatherhead Laurels last week. Will they win the B final here this week? They've got Craig Cheetham and Peter Jones snapping at their heels. Watkins goes wide and Cheetham's up the inside and going for gold. Then it's Tim Bennett and Mick Cameron. Then Ian Armani and Rowan. So round the turn they come and Craig Cheetham blasts past Pete Watkins on the inside, but Pete Watkins cuts back and tries to take him again, and then Mick Cameron's coming into the fray, and Tim Bennett and Adam Copersmith are there. Then it's Ian Armani and Rowan. Pete Watkins is trying to go around the outside of Craig Cheetham. Now he cuts back up on the inside. What's going to happen here? And Mick Cameron's come up in amongst them and he looks like taking Pete Watkins. And not sure whether he will or won't. It's just one lap to go and the action's fast and furious. But they look to be okay. So round they go. Nobody knows whether it's stopped or not. That's a win for Mick Cameron and Paul Randall from Pete Watkins and Kev Bovis. Craig Cheetham and Peter Jones, Tim Bennett. So there we go then, the 500 solo B final on the line, and away they go, and down that straight they come. A very fast start, 103 Chris Tritton and Jason Jennett with Darren Sutton and Ricky Sandford all in close attendance on the first turn. But Darren Sutton has got his nose in front at the moment, then Chris Tritton, then Jason Jennett and Ricky Sandford. That's the order as they come up that straight, but Darren Sutton's trying to go around the outside. Chris Tritton, Darren Sutton goes down, Darren Sutton drops it on that corner. So Chris Tritton's got it all his own way at the moment from Ricky Sandford in second place, then Jason Jennett and Peter Fitch and Adrian Mower. Adrian Mower, you remember, won the run-off to get into the B final, and now he's making up some ground. Darren Sutton's up and okay. Round they come, Chris Tritton, Ricky Sandford. Rather spread out at the moment. Ricky Sandford trying to cut up on the inside, makes up a few yards on Chris Tritton. He can do that every lap, he might just get there. Then it's 165 Jason Jennett, then Jason Welby. And round they come again. Duncan Tolhurst making a move up there on Tolhurst spare line. Coming up through now after the start. So that corner and taking the last lap flag into number 3, Chris Tritton from 04. Ricky Sandford from 165, Jason Jennett, then Duncan Tolhurst and Jason Welby side by side. Then Peter Fitch and Adrian Mower. Then Robin Pilcher. It's all action. And as they go into the last turn for the last time, look at Ricky Sandford trying to make up the ground on Tritton. They're coming down their hell for leather, and Ricky Sandford gets up on the inside and takes Chris Tritton and wins the race. The second flag there for Ricky Sandford from Chris Tritton. Onto the left-hand sidecar, A final, the first A final of the afternoon, and it's the big 1000cc left-hand chairs. Riders in this one are number 2, Nevill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. 1, 2, 3, Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer. 1, 2, 5, Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding. 24, Tommy Penfold and Liam Chivers. 1, 2, 6, Martin Cuff and Richard Edwards. And 188, Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. Well, those big left-hand chairs are revving out to understand as always in a wire, and down the first straight they come. Who's it going to be? The Frittenden Flyer left-hand champion, 1991, and it's Ernie Penfold in front at the moment. Ernie Penfold from Dave Penfold. Can they hold on for 6 laps? Round they go then. Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding squirting the motor on. Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer trying to go round the outside. And away they go. Super fast action, Ernie Penfold and Justin Spalding. Holding good sight line round there at the moment, but it's a long way to that checkered flag. Ernie Penfold from Dave Penfold, from Luke Patchell, from Nevill Penfold, and we have an outfit rolled over, and the red flag is up. The red flag is up, so the race is being stopped in the interest of safety. Final on the line, and I can hear the right revving, I can see the smoke coming out of the exhaust pipes, the tension builds, the butterflies in the stomach will suddenly remove themselves with the drop of a clutch lever. The front wheel will pull the air and away somebody will go in towards that first turn. And who's it going to be? It's number 9, Ian Rutter and Jason Stott there in second place, with Mark Wadsworth trying to go around the outside of the lot of them, and they're squirting around it. John Dorman's in there in third place at the moment, squeezing it up into second place. Mike Nicholson's there, Mark Nicholson's there, Dean Camier's in there, they're all there somewhere. And look how close they are coming around that corner. There's a sandwich and a half for you as they come round there. And it's Ian Rutter that's holding the lead at the moment with Mark Wadsworth trying to go on the outside. John Dorman relegated to third, Dean Camier there putting in a good horse position, then Stephen Hines and Jason Stott. And Mark Wadsworth goes round Ian Rutter, and he's done it again. Mark Wadsworth is out in front and going like the clappers. And where is Ritchie Knight? Round they come now. It's Mark Wadsworth sliding fast and wide. He's got the bit between his teeth, and Ian Rutter's chasing hard. Then John Dorman written up to overtake a pair of them. Then Dean Camier. Then Jason Stott. Then Stephen Hines. Then Ritchie Knight. Then Mark Nicholson. And around they come. It's 3-4-4 Mark Wadsworth, but don't forget this is a 6-lapper and there's a long way to go yet. Anything can happen. 3-4-4 Mark Wadsworth. From number 9, Ian Rutter. Then John Dormer trying hard to get up into second place. He'll never get past Mark Wadsworth if he can't get past Ian Rutter. And he knows that as he makes another try on the inside, goes up the inside of Ian Rutter. He's winding it up there like a good, but Mark Wadsworth got it all his own way at the moment. That's the left pink helmet is out in front and gone like a long dog. So it's Mark Wadsworth from John Dormer, from Ian Rutter, then Dean Camier. That's the front 4 at the moment, and Mark Wadsworth is pulling away. John Dormer has no answer to Mark Wadsworth here at the moment. Dean Camier is there in 4th place, who beat Mark Wadsworth in the first 250 race of the afternoon. Has got no answer either. It's Mark Wadsworth who takes the last lap flag. He's just 1 lap from victory. He looks behind to see where they are. And it's John Dormer there in 2nd place. So Mark Wadsworth, the multi-times national champion, adds the Frittenden Flyer to his list of wins. There's hardly an event untouched by the name Mark Wadsworth, and it's Mark Wadsworth that comes out of that corner now in turn first place, looking for that checkered flag, and he gets there. Mark Wadsworth wins. John Dormer in second, Ian Rutter in third, then Dean Camier, then Stephen Hines, then Ritchie Knight, then Jason Stott, Darren Bishop, Mike Nicholson, and Kevin Lanchester. Well, that was a superb 250 final, and we've still got 3 more to go. On now then to the right-hand sidecar A final. Those riders coming into line are number 2, number 1, 99, 24, 4 and 37. Nevill Penfold and John Mitten, Pete Colvin and Paul Batesby, Rob Cameron and Steve Smith, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones, Gary Moon and Paul Norton, Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris. Those are the runners in the right-hand sidecar A final. Race number 43 in your programme. No, they don't go. Right-hand side cars coming to the line to do battle then. 3 races left in the programme. And this will be the first of the 3. Right-hand side car A final. Nevill Penfold and John Mitten, Rob Cameron and Steve Smith, Pete Colvin, and Paul Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. Nevill Penfold that gets away first. Local man from Tolhurst squirts into the lead, slides a little bit wide. Rob Cameron's there on the inside and waiting for a mistake, but Nevill Penfold and John Mitten are very, very fast indeed. Matthew Lewin holding a good third spot there, and Rob Wilson trying to come through amongst them. Rob Wilson not getting the John Mitten there, John well into the lead, pulling yards clear of the rest of the field. The long-awaited right-hand sidecar final is dynamite. It's Nevill Penfold and John Mitten from Rob Cameron and Steve Smith, but Gary Moon and Paul Norton open their nose in and take second place. And they now head cut out to catch up with the flying Nevill Penfold and John Mitten. He's tied at the line-up, he's much tighter around that bottom corner, and he's really screwing that throttle on. It's Nevill Penfold and John Mitten from Gary Moon and Paul Norton, then Rob Cameron and Steve Smith. And it's all action around that corner. Well through the long gone, Nevill Penfold and John Mitten come up the straight now to 4 half distance. Well clear of the rest of the field. Gary Moon and Paul Norton holding a good second place. Then Rob Wilson and Vince Jones up into third. Earlier leader. Round they come then very fast indeed. That flag is out, and it's number 2, Nevill Penfold and John Mitten going for gold here this afternoon. The Frittenden Flyer, 1991. And with just over half of that remains, it'll be Nevill Penfold and John Mitten. Around the turn they come, slide a little bit wide, but the throttle's wide open and he's going to get there. It's a win for Nevill Penfold and John Mitten. Gary Moon and Paul Norton just got second place ahead of Rob Wilson and Vince Jones, then Rob Cameron and Steve Smith, then Matthew Lewin and Doug Norris, then Pete Colvin and Tony Batesby. So the sidecars are underway. I think can't see some of the spectators there. 2 It's Ernie Penfold then, with Justin Spaulding in the chair, from Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, with Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw come up the inside of Dave Penfold and head after Ernie. They're now catching up fast. Oh, it's Ernie Penfold, from Bill Penfold, from Dave Penfold, from Luke Patchell, and the other machines that failed to turn out. Ernie Penfold then, and Justin Spaulding holding off the challenge of Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Ernie first time out this year, and I think the first time out since he was in the first round of the National Left-Hand Sidecar Championships last year. And he's come out in all fighting fitness, and he's out there and he's going for gold. It's 125 Ernie Penfold from, with Justin Spaulding in the chair, from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, then Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer, then Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. So round they come, Ernie's making Bill's making his move on Ernie, he's going to know a few yards. It's a six-lapper, it's a long way round and Ernie's likely to tire, but Ernie's winding it up. He's giving it the big one, it's Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding just in front now of Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, who seems to gather about 3 foot per lap. Closing up on Ernie's tail. Ernie Penfold then winding that machine up that straight, Justin Spaulding hanging in there. And Bill Penfold again gains a lot of ground going into that turn. I do believe Ernie's starting to tire. I did say he could win a 4-lapper, but a 6 would be a problem. But he's still winding it up and he's still in there. It's Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. But Ernie does seem to be slowing into the corners and Bill's waiting to make his move. Bill's really coming up on the back of Ernie Penfold now. He's coming up on the outside and Ernie's seen him and shuts the door on him. Round they come now, it's Ernie Penfold with Justin Spaulding from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. And the last lap flag goes and Bill knows it's got to be now or never if he's going to do it. He's gradually been closing up on him. He's been wearing him down and he's going round the outside. Or is he? He cuts back to the inside, but Ernie Penfold, the old fox, the old master of the left-hand class, is hanging on in there. Grimly into the last corner they go and Bill Penfold really makes his move on the outside. And Ernie there trying his hardest to hold him off. Round they come, it's a mad dash now to the finish and it's going to be very close, but it's Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding that win from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw in second place. Now look at the battle coming up here for third and fourth. Very close, but it's just for Dave Penfold and Steve Farmer from Luke Patchell and Julian Browning. Well, what a good race that was, and we've still got the 500cc solo final to look forward to. Well done there to Ernie Penfold and Justin Spaulding. Comes back out of retirement and shows them he's still the master. Victory salutes there from race 44, the last race of the day, the 500cc solo A final. And once again we have numbers 4, Trevor Banks, 86, Paul Hurry, 8, Vincent Kinchin, 68, Alan Farmer, 31, Colin White, 29, Paul Mitchell, 121, Alan Harmer, 758, Mark Chessell, 24, Mark Woods, 14, Martin Jacobs, 214, John Wilson, and 215, Steve Wilson. I can see the tall figure of Vincent Kinchin coming into line now, and I think he looks like being the last one up from the box. Hopefully we get him away safely this time. Revs flies, smoke goes out the back, all of a sudden there'll be some dust and they'll be on their way to the first turn. Still seem to have a bit of a hold up on that start. Each of those men wants to win the Frittenden Flyer final for 1991. Who's it going to be? Hedge your bets now. A lot will depend on the start, and this is the start. And they're away, and here they come down the first straight. It's Trevor Banks that seems to be in front with 215, Steve Wilson on the outside then, Paul Hurry. So I expect it to be a battle between Trevor Banks, Paul Hurry and Alan Farmer. But it's Trevor Banks, it's Alan Farmer and it's Paul Hurry, the first 3 runner at the moment. And Paul Hurry trying to get ready outside of Alan Farmer, who's in the 6th in that race. There's no point tiring yourself out in the first 2 laps, but Trevor Banks is well on his way. It's Trevor Banks from Alan Farmer from Paul Hurry. Trevor Banks gives it a big one round the outside of that bottom corner and he's well gone. Alan Farmer there and Paul Hurry in very close attendance. Paul Hurry goes on the outside of Alan Farmer overtries and nearly drops him. What's going to be the outcome of that? Alan Farmer did hold a very tight line. So it's Trevor Banks out in the lead. Long gone. untroubled, but Paul Hurry is giving Alan Farmer all the trouble he can. So it's Trevor Banks, well in the lead from Folkestone, giving it the big one. Rounding up, nice and tight, it's Trevor Banks looking over his shoulder to see where the rest of them are. Then it's Alan Farmer and Paul Hurry, and Paul Hurry gaining a few yards now. Lap by lap, he gains another yard or two. That's going to be a very tight finish between those two, but failing any mishaps, Trevor Banks is the man that's going to be there. Trevor Banks showing his superiority, stamping his authority on him. He's coming round there very quick indeed. And look at Paul Hurry, he's got past Alan Farmer and gets Trevor Banks at his side. Around they go, just 2 laps remaining in this one. Vincent Kinchin at the back of the field. Trevor Banks then leads the rest of them standing. He's got it all wound up and he's going for gold. So the last match plate comes out and it's Trevor Banks all the way. Paul Hurry in a very strong second position and Alan Farmer in third. Colin White in fourth and John Wilson. But it's Trevor Banks with just half a lap to go now and victory surely will be his. It's Trevor Banks round the last turn. Paul Hurry gaining a few yards as he comes round, but he'll never make up that distance. Over the line they go. A win for Trevor Banks. Second place, Paul Hurry in a very good second place there. Then Alan Farmer. Then Colin White. Then John Wilson. Then a very tight finish between Martin Jacobs and Mark Woods. Then Alan Harmer. Paul Mitchell on, I think, Darren Sutton's bike. And Vincent Kinchin. Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, your Frittenden Flyer champion, 1991, Trevor Banks. Sure to come round on a lap of honour, and I think that Paul Hurry and Alan Farmer might come with him. No, they've all decided to go back in the pit. Well, there you go, the Frittenden Flyer champion, 1991, number 4, Trevor Banks.